Welcome to the all-new Marvelicious Toys podcast, hosted by the astonishing Arnie, the mighty Marjorie, and Captain Justin.
Nah, just Justin.
Join us at MarveliciousToys.com to find thousands of pictures of the items reviewed, find links to our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube pages, and much more.
Hello and welcome to Marvelicious Toys 2018 Holiday Gift Guide. I'm Marjorie.
I, as always, am Arnie.
And this is Justin.
And welcome back to our annual tradition, the Holiday Gift Guide Black Friday sales. It wouldn't be Thanksgiving if we didn't pile work upon ourselves.
Why not? Our Arnie's calendar is always, his open items are always bigger than what he thinks they are.
You know, this is how we got started. Before we were officially a show, we did our very first holiday gift guide way back in the day.
Did we?
Yep.
Technically, it was episode 2.
Was it episode 2?
It was episode 2. We started, and then we're like, hey, we're established. Let's do a gift guide.
So what I'm saying is it's a long-standing tradition that we're not going to skip for any reason.
No, our first one was in 11, so that makes this our 8th.
Yikes.
And are either of you going out Black Friday shopping? Are you going to get elbowed in the ribs for a cheap TV?
Who the hell does that anymore? Seriously? First of all the sale ads go live tomorrow afternoon. And you can sit in the comfort of your own home where hopefully no one's going to punch you in the face.
Yeah,
you don't know that for sure.
That's true. I don't.
Well, you can always hope, right?
Yeah.
I haven't been out on Black Friday in years. I mean, it's either pro day or amateur day and nothing in between. Like, you got the people who know exactly what they're doing and aren't going to be messed around with. And people are like, hey, I've heard you get some good deals on Black Friday. Let's go check it out.
Now, I have a high-speed internet connection, a few devices. I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing most of the shopping from the comfort of my office chair because there's not a lot of Black Friday sales to talk about. I mean, there are a few bargains that are pretty good, but by and large, it's not really very big of a toy Christmas.
This was an unusual year. I think you and I were talking about this earlier today, Arnie. But it used to be there would be surprise exclusive drops for Star Wars, at least. Not so much for Marvel, but where we'd have to scramble Friday morning to get to an open store to find them because they weren't in the ads. They were just like, oopsie, here's a Black Friday special. And it's been a really long time since we've had something like that. And I think this year marks the darkest year for collectibles, I think, in brick and mortar stores.
Yeah, I mean, there's been years that, we didn't really know about it until you show up, but they had like packs of Marvel figures that were available earlier in the year, but Walmart would put them together in like a 3 or a 5 pack that was exclusive for the day. And that was kind of fun, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything like that for the last couple of years.
I forgot all about those. And what's funny is I could go right to where those are in my basement, too, because I have a few extra and I was going to donate them to Toys for Tots because I was going to cut them open and make more donations. But yeah, I forgot all about those. But they've kind of got something similar that we'll talk about, but it's kind of similar, but not quite. But it's got probably the same price point.
Well, I think the biggest item for Black Friday is the Spider-Man PS4 bundle. Now, Justin, we've talked about this a couple of times. Have you broken down and bought a PS4 yet?
Not yet, but geez, this price it's really tempting, isn't it? I mean, $200 for a PS4 and the game that I would be getting a PS4 for.
Yeah, I forgot all about those.
I think I might have to do it.
Yeah, and it's everywhere at this price because price fixing is alive and well in the video game market. You can get this bundle at Walmart, Target, Sam's Club, GameStop, or Kohl's for $199. Have you broken down and bought a PS4 yet?
Yeah, that's a very, very good price. I don't know what the PS4 usually goes for, but it's got to be, $300-$400, right?
Well, this isn't a PS4 Pro. This is just your basic PS4. And looking at it online right now, it looks like that would be $300.
Okay. Give me a quick schooling on this. Let's not go too deep in the gaming weeds, but I don't have a PS4 at all. All I really want it for is to play games. Does this have everything I need? Comes with the game controller, a game, and the console.
Yeah, it has absolutely everything you'd need. I mean, the biggest difference is the PS4 Pro is 4K and HDR.
Okay.
So if you don't have a 4K TV or if you don't care and you just want to play in 1080p, then this is all you need.
Perfect for me. And 1 terabyte of hard disk space. That's nice. All right, I'm sold. I know what I'm doing on Friday.
Ordering this online?
Yep.
Now, Kohl's seems like it would be the best bargain with that $60 Kohl's Cash, but I had to look into what Kohl's Cash was. And what it is basically a scam. So.
Yeah, thank you to our friend Daryl for pointing that out, because I have a Kohl's. It's literally half a mile from our house. I go maybe once every other year. So I don't even know what Kohl's Cash is, but apparently stay away from it.
There's a lawsuit involving it right now.
God love my mom, but she's one of the people that falls for that type of thing. She'll go to Kohl's just because she has some coupons or whatever that she needs to spend only at Kohl's.
Yeah, and the way Kohl's Cash works is you're going to pay full price, so you will not get any discount, and you have to spend more than your Kohl's Cash. But Kohl's prices everything based upon having a discount. So you're basically if you shop at Kohl's regularly, then the Kohl's Cash is probably slightly better than the other places. But I don't know. For me, Kohl's just has crappy clothes and overpriced toys.
Yeah, we've talked about it in the past where it's like, hey, you go and they have their action figures 40% off, which brings them right to retail price everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Also in video games, Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, an older game. GameStop has it for $14.99 for the PS4 or the Xbox One.
I love this game.
Or $19.99 for the Nintendo Switch.
I really love this game. It's super fun. There's MODOK in it.
For $15, I'm tempted to get an Xbox One version so you can play in the living room and not have to go in the theater and you can just play casually.
Okay. That would be okay.
Would you like that?
Yeah, because I'd probably play that quite a bit if it was easy to play and not a whole big deal to turn on all that stuff. Because it's a super fun game.
Sounds like you need a Nintendo Switch for Christmas, Marjorie. That way you can play wherever you want.
I might need, I don't know. Maybe I do. Do I? I could probably play it at work. I mean, whatever. But it is a very fun game. I can't even relay how much fun it is for kids and adults. It is very easy to do it for someone with limited video game skills or someone who is advanced. I still suck at the flying things. I don't know why, but I can't fly anything in a video game. So I don't know. I really like it, though. It's super fun.
And then GameStop also is having a sale on used video games. So if you haven't picked up the Deadpool video game, they'll have it for the PS4 for $15.
Wow, that game's got legs, doesn't it? That game's like 6-7 years old already.
But I would say don't buy it. I would say get the PS3 version or the Xbox 360 version, because I bought the version of this for the Xbox One. It is laggy as hell. They jacked it up. I thought I had a bad Xbox or my TV was bad. You can't even win some of the levels because the lag is so terrible. And it turns out when they ported this for the PS4 and the Xbox One, it jacked it up.
You'd think there'd be more complaints about it and they wouldn't keep selling it, but it's lasted like 3 consoles.
Maybe the PS4 version's better than the Xbox One version. I will have to research that. But if so, I'll pick up the PS4 version. But under no circumstances should anyone on God's green earth buy the Xbox One version of the Deadpool game. Such a great game, such a terrible playing experience on that console. And here I thought I was like good. I'm like, I didn't play it yet. I'll get the updated graphics. Unplayable.
That's a bummer. I would hope with all the Deadpool hype we've been getting over the last couple of years that we'd get an updated game.
Yeah. It seems like things are very interesting right now with Marvel Gaming, though, with the companies they partner with. Marvel games have really slowed down. They stopped doing the movie tie-ins, and we haven't really had a game between Deadpool and Spider-Man as far as serious gaming goes, and not, Lego or Superhero Squad type stuff.
Yeah, I have a pitch for you, whoever's in charge. Let's do an open world Grand Theft Auto style themed around Deadpool. I would play that all day, every day.
Actually, I forgot. We did have one. How fitting. I forgot Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I think the world at large forgot that. Rumor has it that they're going to do like a make good, and I can't tell if they're going to re-release it and resell it, or if they're just going to give us a patch that really makes that game good again.
And add some characters that were sorely missed.
Indeed. Now, as far as toys, this is Marvelicious Toys. One place, if you can find it, has Legends on sale, and the sale price is $19.99.
Well, it's Kmart. But our Kmart is closing, our last remaining Kmart. And I happened to go there yesterday, and this is before I knew about the sale. They were jam-packed with a new wave of Legends. I don't know what's going on, but they've got big going out of business signs all everywhere, and they finally have toys.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we have one Kmart in our area left, and I haven't been there in months, so I wouldn't even know what they have, but based on this picture, it's kind of funny. They have a couple current wave pictures, and then they go all the way back to the Spider-Man wave from the what is that wave even?
Absorbing Man.
Absorbing Man. Holy cow. Which, hey, that might be accurate if you're going into Kmart. So you never know what you're gonna find.
Then at Best Buy, have you gone to Best Buy and seen that they're becoming kind of a GameStop? They have like 2 toy aisles. It was when Toys R Us closed. All of a sudden, Best Buy's like, we'll sell toys.
Yeah, it's interesting, I mean, you can find some decent stuff over there. It's one of those places where it's like, holy cow, they carry Black Series, they carry Marvel Legends, they carry the bigger high dollar toys and stuff. And every time I've been there, I've been like, oh, yep, what I might be looking for is already picked over. So but it's nice to have another option for looking for these things.
Well, you know what Best Buy has that a lot of stores don't have that GameStop used to be good for? It was like the little tchotchke things that you can find. They're like the under $10 like blind bag stuff, things like that. For some reason, I've had great luck with those things there.
Well, on Black Friday, they're going to have 20% off select Lego sets. All their ad showed was a set from Solo and then the Rhino set from Black Panther. But it says the prices of the sets are normally $14.99 up to $110. So that means you can save about $21 on the most expensive set.
I just want to know what the giant Lego duck is that's also in the ad.
I think that might be a Minecraft thing.
I think it's Minecraft. I think it's Minecraft based on the square head guy.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of cool. A giant Lego duck.
So wait a second. Minecraft is a game where you build stuff, right? So they took a game where you build stuff, which is basically Lego the video game, and now they've licensed it back to Lego to build stuff.
It's very meta. It's almost Inception-y.
I just want to know what the giant Lego duck is that's also in the ad.
Well, we're getting to the end of the toy bargains, but at Walmart, if you want a 6-pack of Titan 12-inch figures, you can buy them for $30, $5 per Titan, which is, I think, probably what they always should have cost.
Yeah, puts about right where they should be. You get the bigger, bulkier Thanos in there, you know, he might be a $6 or $7 figure, but it kind of balances out.
And was he a Walmart exclusive? I know we kept going to Walmarts looking for Thanos Legends, and they kept handing us Thanos Titans.
Yeah, I don't know.
They had an exclusive Titan.
Yeah, I think that was it, and I think that's why you're getting this set. It's the Infinity War set with Blonde Widow, One-Eyed Thor, Bearded Cap, Black Panther, Iron Man, and Thanos. I like that it says also available in Spider-Man.
Which
like
might
it's
not
just an outfit.
Well, I was gonna say it might not be too inaccurate. It might just be 6 different Spider-Man costumes.
It probably is with Into the Spider-Verse, but they did not include a picture.
They had an exclusive Titan.
Now at Dollar General.
No, they are everywhere now. They're like the new Walgreens.
They are. I laugh talking about Dollar General, but I really shouldn't. I mean, I because of their name, I get them confused with Dollar Tree and Dollar Store and all of those.
But they're not the same.
They are not. Dollar General is more Walgreensy and less Five Below-ish.
Well, I don't know. Five Below is pretty upscale for those stores.
True. Where's the one we used to have to go to get the toys?
You mean the Family Dollar?
Family
Dollar.
The one with the bars on the windows?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, at Dollar General, they have Lego sets that are buy one, get one 40% off, including superhero sets. And I see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 set list in there with the Groot and the shuttle.
Yeah, that might be a good place to pop into. You never know what they're going to have in there. They always have, you know, stuff like this where it's, you know, Lego things you might be able to find somewhere else. But they also end up having, I fail to call them exclusives, but there's things that are packaged for these, you know, bargain stores that you're not going to find elsewhere. So it's always kind of a treasure hunt when you walk into a place like that.
Treasure hunt, poop show, tomato.
Just don't buy the milk there. I'm always afraid of like what Dollar General milk might be.
Yeah, but they're so up and coming. I mean, they're really rebranding themselves. I'm sure it's pretty fine. For milk, I mean, if you like milk.
But there's things that are packaged for these, you know, bargain stores that you're not going to find elsewhere. So it's always kind of a treasure hunt when you walk into a place like that.
Treasure hunt, poop show, tomato.
Just don't buy the milk there. I'm always afraid of like what Dollar General milk.
Then at BJ's Wholesale.
Yeah, but they're so
I've never heard of them.
Don't know what it is.
I've heard of them, but only because the software company I work for used to sell directly to them. So they're a smaller chain, and I think they're mostly East Coast. But it's kind of like a Fry's, but smaller.
Okay. Well, they also have up to $20 off Lego sets, 10 to choose from, one of which is from Thor 2. Or Thor Ragnarok, I'm sorry. Thor also.
Not Thor, the bad one.
The dull one.
And the biggest sales, though, seem to be on movies. And I think it's because 4K has come out and everybody is streaming everything. Movies are hella cheap. If I still bought physical media, I'd be stocking up this Black Friday. There would be pallets of movies being delivered to the house.
I just don't know how many times one person can own Deadpool. I feel like I own it at least 4 or 5 times on physical media.
Are you going to go see it in theaters this holiday season?
Hey, we haven't talked about it, but it seems like they've changed it up enough to be its own thing to a certain degree.
Yeah, they filmed some new scenes. Who's older, Fred Savage or Ryan Reynolds? I think Fred Savage is older.
Good question, but yeah, you're right. He probably is.
And that makes that entire thing really sad.
Yeah, for those who don't know, they're re-releasing a PG-13 cut of Deadpool, and they're intercutting like a Princess Bride type of story element to it with Fred Savage.
It's called Once Upon a Deadpool. and it's coming out December 12th. Yes, PG-13 rated, making it the third cut of Deadpool 2 because we had the theatrical cut, the extended cut that came to home video, and now the PG-13 cut.
Fred Savage and Ryan Reynolds are the same age.
Okay.
Right.
And I just want to say, Ryan Reynolds looks damn good for his age of 42 years old.
Holding up better than Fred
Me?
Savage.
I mean, I'm 43, and the way she went damn good, I'm like, whoa.
I'm sorry, you're not 43.
I was.
Okay.
I forgot my own age. But the Deadpool collection, Deadpool 1 and 2 on Blu-ray, $9.96 at Walmart.
Yeah.
And that's actually 3 movies because you get the theatrical and the unrated Deadpool 2 cut there.
Nice.
This would make a nice present for your grandma. It's got a unicorn on the front.
We know where that unicorn has been. Then Deadpool 1, if you want it on old-fashioned DVD, which to me is like saying, do you want it on Betamax at this point in time? But Target would have that for $4.
Look at it this way. It's got cool disc art on it. You just bought a $4 awesome-looking coaster.
All right. I have a confession to make. I've been going back and buying most of the Marvel movies in DVD format because the DVD releases have the theatrical posters as cover art, whereas the Blu-rays always have new cover art.
Oh, that's an interesting new wrinkle in the psychosis.
You don't even know the half of it. You know how he said he doesn't know why people need to own the same version of the movie? That was pot, kettle, you're black. Because let me tell you.
I think it was Justin who said that.
Oh, Justin said that? Well, yeah.
Well, if you want it in the newest format, 4K, Best Buy has that for $9.99. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say probably half these prices are going to be matched by Amazon because it just seems like Amazon exists to see what other people are selling things for and go cheaper.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're standing at the store, you a lot of times will check Amazon to see if there's a better price, and if not, you'll buy it and walk out with it instead of waiting a day or two.
Now, if you want Deadpool 2, the super cut, it's on DVD. Walmart has the lowest price at $5.96, but if you're in Best Buy anyway, you could just get it for $7.99. Best Buy has the Blu-ray, not the Best Ray, the Blu-ray for $6.99.
It's the best.
And
So the Blu-ray is cheaper than the DVD there?
that's what the notes say, yes.
All right.
And then the 4K Blu-ray, $9 at Walmart or $10 at Best Buy. And the 4K comes with the regular Blu-ray plus the digital. Obviously, it's the best bargain.
I remember back in my day when you could just buy the super cut and everything that they were going to put out came out.
Well, that is the case. If you buy the super cut 4K Deadpool 2, you get the theatrical and unrated versions on both 4K and Blu-ray. What more do you want for $10?
Yeah, right?
And I'm not even going to mention how much I paid for it the night it came out, which was, 3 months ago?
Yeah, it's been a while.
See the little Deadpool with all the cursing in front of his mouth? That's me. That's my emoticon for the prices on those movies. Infinity War, not as many sales, but on Blu-ray, Best Buy has it for $7 and Meyer for $18.
Gee, let's go to Meyer and get it. God, Meyer, what's wrong with you?
But really, if you want to look for toy bargains, you got to go online. There are some amazing, amazing sales going on right now online. It's Black Friday, it's a full moon, and there's great savings to be had.
Which means that I am confiscating Arnie's wallet. So no matter what he says, don't give him any money.
No matter how much he cries or begs, don't give him a credit card after midnight.
No.
Big Bad Toy Store has their Black Friday sale going now, and there's some serious discounts here. If you wanted the vintage Wave 1 set of 6, now admittedly, that's a year old now, but it's $60.
Yeah, still a cool set, and that's, $10 a figure. That's can't beat that.
What's funny is I ended up buying one at this price because Marjorie wanted some figures to open when we went to New York. So I'm like, here, have my vintage Wave. I'll get another set brand new in a case for $10 a figure.
Well, I had a plan. I wasn't just opening figures to take with me like a loon, okay?
I didn't say why you wanted them.
Well, that's the problem. I've been dabbling in my action figure photography outside, and I'm kind of enjoying it. I wanted some figures.
And then there's some older waves available for, a good discount, but the one that's catching my eye is that A-Force Heroines exclusive. It was originally a Toys R Us exclusive about a year ago before they closed, and I only ever saw that in the wild like 1 or 2 times.
Oh, my store was sitting on them, but they were $130, $140?
Yeah, they were pricey when it came out, and at $80 for a 6-figure pack, that's pretty sweet.
I picked one up at my Toys R Us when they were going out of business. I got it for $75. So yeah, $80 is it's a clearance price for that. And you get Sith and She-Hulk and Lady Loki, and it's just a really nice set there.
Yeah, and if you missed out on some of the older waves, they've got Black Panther going on there in a couple different versions. I think you can get just the wave of 6 figures. If you want the full case, it's only an extra $10, and you get an extra Killmonger and an extra Black Panther.
Perfect to set up on the desk at work, because that's what I always end up doing with the bonus figures when there's 2. But where they really shine is in their high-end figures. Remember the Play Imaginative figures, how awesome those were?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they have them 70% off now.
Specifically, was that the Iron Patriot?
Yeah.
That we waited so long for, Justin?
4 years?
Yeah.
You can get one now for $45.
I just want to buy one and then go shove one up somebody's rear.
Well, Play Imaginative ended up becoming Comic Cave, and I do think this line is just dead. I just think I got notice that the Hulkbuster was canceled. My order was, because they weren't getting any in, and I just don't see any more of these Super Alloy figures actually happening. I know that at C2E2 this year, I got their quarter scale figures from Beast Kingdom. Yeah, the quarter scale Super Alloy Iron Man and War Machine for like $150 a piece. I think I talked them down to $100 on the War Machine.
Yeah, they were a deep discount on C2E2.
They are really cool figures, and I'll have to go back and see which ones I have. I know I have that Iron Patriot because of the whole waiting forever for it, but I'm not sure if I ever picked up just the regular old Mark II War Machine.
And then the re-edit line of figures, I think we only really talk about this at Toy Fair, but they are kind of like Play Imaginative. These are light-up figures that are similar in scale. I think that they might be 1/10 scale, and they are rather pricey. I picked up their Iron Patriot, which was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I've been eyeing that Hulkbuster for a long time, and at 44% off, $200, ooh, I'm so tempted to jump.
Yeah, that's a crazy good price, especially if you're into that style. Like, we've talked about it before, and that style is just kind of walking the line between realistic and comic-y to me, where it's not pushing the buttons for me the proper way. But man, for $200, that you can never go wrong with a Hulkbuster.
That's the thing, is it's the Hulkbuster. I have absolutely no interest in the Bleeding Edge Iron Man armor for $100, even though that's half off. But I like the Iron Patriot. And that Hulkbuster's a big figure. And yeah, they even have figure arts on sale. The Guardians of the Galaxy Star-Lord, $55.
With the blast effects, which that makes it usually like over $100. You know, because sometimes you can get just the regular figure with the hands and maybe an extra head. This one comes with the cool little purple explosions that you can put around him.
Which means it's the American release. Here's what's happened. Is Figure Arts cannot sell their figures in the States because of the licensing agreement with Hasbro. But then they realized we can sell dioramas. And so they had like Iron Man with the Hall of Armor and things. But then they got lazy and are like, well, we make these blast effects that we just sell. Let's just throw those in and call it a diorama. And that's what they've been doing.
It's not a bad marketing scam, but you know, I mean, it's quality figures and $55 for figure arts. Heck yeah.
And did you see the X-Force Deadpool for almost half off too?
Is that half off though? I feel like those are $100 figures, not $150 figures. I feel like that one's got a little bit of a price gouge in it to get it to sit at $75.
I think they're over 100. Let me take a quick look and see what the going rate is. Toy Wiz has the quarter scale Deadpool for 125. Amazon has it for 110. So it's still a good price, even if it's not. Even if that's the discounted amount from MSRP, you're still saving $25, $35.
Yeah, it's a good price. It's those are some bulky figures, man. I don't know if people haven't seen those in person. It's like a small toddler.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the line. We reviewed the red Deadpool when it came out, but for people who have kind of held off and want one, this is a really big figure. And I mean, they even have more. They've got Gentle Giant stuff on half off sales there. It's not even part of their Black Friday. They just are having a massive, like, I worry for Gentle Giant's health. You know how people give away all their stuff before they kill themselves? That's kind of how I feel Gentle Giant is right now.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
The holidays are a very depressed time, and I feel Gentle Giant might not be handling it well.
The stuff is on deep discounts.
Gentle Giant themselves had a lot of this stuff cheap, and then it looks like they just unloaded it on Big Bad Toy Store to take care of it. But look at these prices. I mean, the Rocket and Groot Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 statue, the statue for $50. The San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Gwenpool statue is 60% off. I almost bought that at San Diego for $75. They have it for $29.99.
I hope you're still going to pass.
Oh, it's that Scotty Young cute version with her sipping out of the Slurpee cup. Yeah, that's a cute one. And at $30, come on. Gotta have one.
Big Bad Toy Store is not a sponsor of our show, so don't think this is an ad. They ship for $4. No matter how much you buy, it's $4 in shipping.
Oh my God. So they do this wonderful thing called the pile of loot, where you can buy stuff and just add it to this pile and they'll ship it all at once for you. And every single time that they've shipped Arnie's pile of loot, the UPS guy is like, so what's going on?
He usually needs a dolly, and it was $4 in shipping for like 3 boxes that I could fit in.
I told him one time, I said, hey, this is what they do. And it was $4. He goes, are you kidding me? And he's like, so what is this place?
But look, I just put into my storage unit the Collector's Gallery Spider-Man statue that I paid full price for because I thought that's such an unusual pose for Spider-Man. I must have it, and it will sell out so fast.
So what you're saying is that you are not a good barometer for things that are going to be selling out.
Basically, Gentle Giant, everything is half off.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the bookends. I mean, the Deadpool logo bookends for $30.
Mm-hmm.
All of those animated style statues. The jumbo figures. Of course, I have no regrets over paying full price for the jumbo figures in that I tried to keep the line alive but failed. But now the ones they have left are $35. The Thor Ragnarok gallery statue, so that's like a 1/6 scale statue, $60.
Wow. Yeah, we need to perform a wellness check on Gentle Giant.
Have some social services drive by, ask how they are. I'm really looking at this Gallery Punisher statue for $80. I mean, that's a big statue. You've seen it at Comic-Con. That's a 13-inch statue just about for $80.
Yeah. Crazy good prices on this stuff.
And I picked up the Spider-Man Mark IV suit collectible mini bust. I loved that metallic paint. I was never going to pay the $120 they wanted for it.
But at 60? Heck yeah. Get two of them.
I picked up the 6-scale Captain America Civil War bust for $40 because I never wanted it for $80 because the bust isn't so good, but the shield on the back is incredible. So for half price, I'll take the back half.
I endorse that purchase.
And Justin, I wanted to point out to you the Deadpool Caesar classic bust, which again, I'm like, oh, it's Deadpool, it's Caesar, it's funny, it's going to sell out. I got to pay full price. You can get them for $40 now.
Nice. Get a couple of them and make a little diorama.
Full price for that?
Yes.
He had good reasons for it. It was exclusive and it was something different. It was at the top end of the Deadpool hype.
But we need to institute some sort of checks and balances where if Arnie's like, I must have this, it's going to sell out, that one of us would be like, Arnie, every time you say that, it doesn't sell out. So I think we're going to have to pass on this one and wait for a clearance.
But yet, for the 10 times I'm wrong, there's a Neon Tech Iron Man where I'm right.
That's
Didn't
right.
I get that one?
Yeah, but it's sold out.
Okay.
She made the Family Guy face with the half-closed eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Entertainment Earth is also having some good sales. The Rainbow Squad Deadpool 5-pack, it never, ever, ever should have been $60.
No, and $65, to be honest with you. When I bought it at Target the first time I saw it, I was kicking myself ever since because that thing has been on clearance. It showed up at Barnes & Noble in the bargain bin, and now it's
$20 at Barnes & Noble.
But yeah, it's a cool set, especially for a Deadpool collector. I wish they would have done some variety and done some new sculpts, but at the end of the day, what you get is good old Deadpools here. And $35 is about the right price for 5 figures.
And free shipping. I mean, that's really, it becomes worth it there because you're not having to pay the extra. They also have some other stuff. Here's a better price for that Deadpool quarter scale figure from NECA, $60.
Yeah, see, and their MSRP is $100, so I feel like the other one might have been a little bit jacked up in price. $60 that's about the right price point there.
And the Samurai Deadpool figure, if I didn't already have it, I'd be jumping at it for $68.
I feel like the show has turned into things Arnie paid full price for that are now on clearance.
Actually, I won it in a contest.
Okay.
The Kodo cooking Deadpool. All right, we admit they went back to the well one too many times for that anyway.
One too many.
Maybe two too many. But $38 for that. But here, they've got 2 brand new Diamond Select statues. These things just came out. And they're both Star-Lord, strangely. But
aren't these the gallery statues?
One's the gallery, and the other, it says gallery, but it's the premiere, actually. Or no, one's Gentle Giant gallery, and the other that's what's going on. So the $26 one is the Diamond Select gallery statue. And that's usually, $40, so that's a real good price shipped. The other one's the Gentle Giant gallery statue of Star-Lord for $82. It's confusing because they're both called gallery.
Yeah, I mean, lots of people making a lot of different lines here, but the main difference is with the diamond, I think those are mostly PVC pieces, and the Gentle Giant is going to be that cold cast type of more polystone type of thing.
Correct.
Or it could just be 3D printed at this point. I'm not sure.
Maybe, but yeah, I gotta wonder. Even their Premier Guild exclusives, Gentle Giant is putting on sale. It's like, are they just going to go all in on the little lunchbox toys and the things that they go in Walgreens aisle?
Only Gentle Giant knows at this point.
Yeah, I may have to reach out to Daniel because, I mean, they still have some stuff full price if it's a pre-order, but man, I'm not feeling good about the likelihood of me ever getting that Man-Thing statue.
Are we still talking Gentle Giant?
Yes.
Okay.
I need a gentle giant Man-Thing.
That doesn't make it sound much better.
Well, if Craigslist hadn't shut down their personals, I bet I could find you a Gentle Giant Man-Thing.
Gentle, giant Man-Thing.
But let's get to the sweet Christmas gift guide, because this is where we can talk about stuff that, we know Marvel fans sometimes have trouble knowing what to buy for other Marvel fans. And it's weird because this gift guide is really the episode for our listeners' spouses, parents, significant others,
partners, whatever.
Because it's the episode for things to buy Marvel collectors if you don't know everything that's in their collection.
Yeah,
I think that's what we face every year.
Yeah, it's a daunting task. It's like buying a stamp collector or something, and it's like, hey, I hope you don't have this one. You never know.
And Amazon is really doubling down. I don't know if you've ordered any toys from Amazon lately, Justin, but I got this card in the mail from Amazon that says they're my Marvel toy headquarters.
That's because at Amazon headquarters, they have a shopper named Arnie, and it's based on you. Just like at Hasbro.
Hasbro does have that. I don't know that Amazon does. But I did find it interesting that they sent me this card that has everything from the Legends Gauntlet to Lego sets to Funko Pops to Titan figures.
Yeah, that's cool that they're, they realize that collectors are starting to come to them, and hopefully they're paying a little bit more attention to how they pack things, because I always hear, two people ordered the same thing from Amazon. One person got it in an envelope, and another one got it in a box with, 5 pounds of pillows in it. So
here's what I've actually learned. Order yourself the items one at a time. If you're a Prime member, that will help. It won't cost you any more in shipping. Mark each of them as a gift. They send in boxes for gifts.
Aha.
I'm doing that, and I haven't had a damaged toy in the month I've been doing it.
I wonder if you could do that with everything, because I know Target and Walgreens will ship things in envelopes.
Yeah, might be worth a try.
Interesting. Good tip.
But the number one gift, I think, this year, if you're got somebody in your life who likes Marvel, buy them a PlayStation with Spider-Man for $200.
Is this a rerun?
I have 2 PlayStation 4s, but I'm looking at that price like, how could I pass it up? Everybody needs a PlayStation in the bedroom, right, Marjorie?
We don't have one?
No.
Could I play the Lego Marvel?
Yeah.
Okay, then we can do it.
All right. PlayStation 4 in every room of the house.
It's like the Amazon Echoes. I'm drowning in those things, by the way. They're like tribbles.
They just kind of
I
show
got
up.
Starbucks this morning, and they gave me a goddamn Echo.
Language.
Oops, sorry. They gave me a gosh darn Echo.
And then the Spider-Man 4 PlayStation sold, the one with the red and the spider, really slick looking. I love it. It sold out so quick, though. And if you look at it wrong, it scratches. But you can buy skins for PlayStations, including one that looks just like that Spider-Man skin. And I love that they have the skins that go on the controllers, too. I actually find some of these Spider-Man designs much cooler than the actual PS4.
Yeah, this is pretty neat. So what are we looking at? They're basically sticker kits that are pre-cut to the exact size.
Yeah, they're vinyl decals that are custom printed. You can get things like this at skinit.com. We've been using them on our laptops for a long time. They are able to be removed without leaving any residue behind. They protect your device.
They're actually really nice. I have a Skinit on my laptop cover right now. It is, of course, Winter Soldier. But they do come off very easily. Really great art.
When you want it off. It's
Yeah.
It's not going to fall off.
This has been on this laptop for years, and the edges are not frayed or anything at all.
Nice. And pretty easy to put on. No bubble issues or anything.
You just got to be careful and start at the middle and push your way out, but it's easier than an iPhone screen.
And doesn't it come with like a little squeegee thing?
No, that's an iPhone thing.
Okay.
But every so often I'll get a bubble, but you can work it out, you know?
Nice. That is a cool idea. I might have to get that red one for the PlayStation 4 I'm going to be getting on Friday. You've done a good job. You've sold me. Is this your new job? Are you working for PlayStation, Arnie?
Maybe. Well, actually, those were from Amazon. Maybe I'm working for Amazon now, and that's why I pulled up the big ad. Now, another thing I thought I'd put up here, advent calendars seem to have exploded. I mean...
But they're not a good gift because you have to start at December 1st. So you have to give it for like a Black Friday gift.
Correct.
But I am absolutely nuts about these. I did my first one last Christmas. I'd never done one before in my life. I don't even know what it's for. But I really, really, really love doing these because you get a surprise every day. It's like you get a blind box thing every single day.
Last year, they did Jack Specific Tsum Tsums.
Oh, my God. I had so much fun with the little Marvel Tsum Tsums because some days you got like a little Tsum Tsum figure. Other times you got like a little scene to make it with. And they were so much fun.
Well, there's 2 Marvel ones out this year. Lego still has not jumped on the Lego Star Wars calendar. You know, they do it for Star Wars. I think they started the advent calendar craze, really, by like 6 years ago, doing the Star Wars Lego advent calendars. And while there's no Jack specific one and no Lego one this year, Hasbro has done one. And then I got one from Zavi, too. Now, Hasbro's, it's $20, and it's for the Into the Spider-Verse. And when you open it up, remember they had like those micro figure type things that were, they came with the spider.
There's been a lot of micro figure type of things.
Yeah, well, there are some now Into the Spider-Verse. You get little figures and such each day, and it's $20. I've only found it at Hasbro Toy Shop, though.
Oh, nice.
Now, a much nicer one I ordered from Zavi, which is my UK connection for importing steelbooks. I gotta be honest, I was a little bit disappointed with this when it arrived because the box for the advent calendar is not in the greatest of shape. Like when I opened it, you see the little circles that are on the graphic, like there's a little circle here for 19 and one for 8.
Discs.
Yeah,
little
perforated
punch-outs.
discs. Well, several of them had fallen out by the time it had even reached me from shipping in New Jersey.
It's a bummer, though. Half the fun is opening up the surprise.
It is. I ordered 2 because I thought I'd need one to keep like the box and then one to open. No, it looks like and it also is very thin cardboard with very heavy items inside, both of them creased in the middle in shipping. So the outside box is garbage, but inside are hefty coins from the Marvel Universe.
Oh, cool.
So that makes that actually a really cool collectible because you're getting a coin set.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually like chocolate or like you said, some little tchotchke type of thing, but this is an actual collectible item.
Yeah, that's why it costs £60 UK money, but they have a Star Wars one too. It's really, the coins are very nice to have.
Very cool. Just wanted to point out real quick that the Spider-Man one isn't necessarily an advent calendar so much as it is a countdown to the movie's release, which is basically right around Christmas anyway.
I'll allow that.
Same idea. Just pick something to count down to and give yourself a treat every day.
Well, next up, I also found the Marvel Rising figures, and these are part of that new cartoon that they're tying into, and they have done gangbusters with this line. Not only do they have these, like, what I think they're about 12 inches figures, kind of doll-like, and they've got soft goods, but they've also launched a line of cosplay items to tie in to the cartoon series. So your little girl can be like Spider-Gwen or something like that, and they're super fun. And I don't know, something about these I really like. Maybe it's just they've got the fun outfits. And the cartoon is okay. It's not so bad. I watched one of them, and it's I'd probably turn it on for noise. It's no superhero squad, though.
Yeah, I mean, what we're looking at basically is like superhero Barbies here. And Star Wars did something similar to this with the Forces of Destiny, and that line almost went directly to clearance. But I see this one doing pretty well. It's on end caps at Target, and I see
It's
kids
very
actually
popular.
Yeah, I see kids actually interested in the line, so it must be something about the character selection here.
They did a really good job with character selection in here. I mean, they kind of got some unusual ones. I mean, we know that Spider-Gwen's been happening a lot, and Squirrel Girl's had a resurgence, but they've got I think she's Miss Marvel in this and not Kamala Khan, and they've got Daisy, who is Quake, and looks like they've got a Sam Wilson cap in there also. So I'll have a review of some of these a little bit later on. We got a big box of them from Hasbro, just haven't had time to pull them out and take some videos or anything. But yeah, I'm kind of excited about this line. They've got some fun accessories. It looks like they just did a whole line of stuff to go with it.
Nice.
And Patriot is the lone male figure.
Patriot. Sorry.
And here at Marvelicious, we constantly are talking about the Marvel Legends. I mean, that's kind of our bread and butter. And the thing is it's hard to buy individual Marvel Legends for a collector because you never know what they have or if they've already bought that whole case or what. But this year, Hasbro has a couple different lines where they're special lines that if somebody bought me one that I already had, I'd be like, awesome, now I have one to open. Because the first one is their 10th anniversary Marvel Studios line, and they've got a whole range of figures here. I mean, they've got individually packaged ones that I can't remember if any of these were actually exclusive or if they just showed up certain places first and now they're everywhere. But I remember getting Red Skull from Target, and I had to order that online. Red Skull is one that you're going to need multiples of because he comes with 4 heads, and you can make different AIM soldiers and make a little army out of that. I'm sure, Arnie, you've got an army going on with that one already.
I may have bought quite a few on deep discount, yeah. But that's the great thing. That's why I singled out Red Skull. The entire 10th anniversary collection is nice, but the Red Skull specifically is a troop builder in that. So even if they have that one, even if they have 5 of them, you can't go wrong.
Exactly. I mean, that one you can just keep opening up and making a bigger army. But if somebody has already gone through the pain of buying all these, but some of them get pricey. They start at $25 for the single figures and up to $50 for the 2 packs. And then they have
that
some
Hulkbuster set, I think, was even higher than that. And I think the 3-pack also. I think those were closer to $70.
Yeah, $70, $80 for the 3 packs and the bigger figure packs. So, and these are different enough if you are a collector and haven't really given them a second look, because a lot of these look like repaints, but they're repaints worth having. I mean, the Thanos was a Build-A-Figure, and now they've got some more gold on them in the correct blue, and the Hulkbuster has more silver on them and stuff like that. So it's a good line, and I personally wouldn't mind getting duplicates of any of these because I know how pricey they were to put together just the first set. And then the same thing kind of goes for the vintage line that they've got going on now. This is their second wave of vintage throwback Toy Biz style figures. And we saw these back at Comic-Con, and, we were talking to some of the guys at Hasbro. And one of the cool things here is that Wasp figure. Now, any longtime collector is going to be it's going to catch their eye, because that Wasp figure is a variant of one that Toy Biz put out back in the day, and I think only like a handful of them ever made it out. So the blue suit Wasp from Toy Biz is a highly sought after Holy Grail figure for people. Well, now we have a reproduction of it on a cool vintage card, along with another line of, I feel like they're repacks, but they're cool ones. We finally have a classic looking comic Vision for our Marvel Legends.
Yeah. Now, just to clarify, that Wasp, it's not like they took the Toy Biz mold. It's just
no.
It's the outfit. It's
right. It's an homage to that time period. But yeah, I mean, this is one of those lines where it's like the comic collector who likes to buy figures but doesn't always buy the movie based ones, or is not buying everything that comes out in a wave. These are smaller waves. They're more focused. They feel more collectible. And the
nice thing is also they ship one per case, so you could just buy a case to have a set, versus the others which come in cases of 8 and you end up with some extras. And again, if the people you're buying for already have these, well, now they have a carded set.
Yep, or an opener set, whichever way they want to do it. But yeah, this is kind of exciting. The last year's line came out, and you can still find some of those around, like we talked about it earlier. There's the first wave of them are on sale. But these are just now starting to come out and hitting retail. I've seen them at a couple different GameStops, but they're available most places online.
Yeah, I got my cases in from Entertainment Earth already.
Very cool.
Now, the one I would advocate is the Amazon exclusive Sentinel Old Man Wolverine from the Days of Future Past set. Now, yes, I know this is the exact same Sentinel we bought, 9 years ago, 8 years ago, when it was in the Marvel Universe line. So I guess Sentinels have gotten smaller since the figures have gotten bigger. They just don't make them like they used to. But you're still getting an electronic Sentinel plus, it's a kit bashed Marvel Legends figure, but one you can't get anywhere else. I'd also keep an eye on our Facebook and Twitter feeds, because I have a feeling this is going to get marked down to the $80, $70 range in the next week or two.
I'm betting on it. I have not pulled the trigger on this one yet, and I have it on my wish list. I have alerts set up on it, and I've watched it. Over the last few months since it became available, I've watched it go in and out of stock and people freaking out that they missed it. We've been in this game long enough that this thing is either going to disappear and you're going to kick yourself for not picking it up at $100, or it's going to sit around and you're going to be able to pick up a couple of them at $35.
Yeah, I picked up 2 because they were going in and out of stock, and I wanted one I could open right away. And it's really fun to play with. Hold on here.
Sentinel power core breached. Purge power core. Beta level mutant detected. System meltdown. Power failure in 5, 4, 3, 2.
So yeah, I really do like that set quite a bit. It's just so much fun to play with. It's really fun to play. And then I probably cannot recommend highly enough the Legends Infinity Gauntlet. That thing, do you have one, Justin?
I haven't. This has been one of those, you see it at the store every once in a while, but it's been pretty hard to find. And it's not one of those things that I feel like it's an impulse buy. It's not one of those things that I'm going to drop $100 on and wait a couple days for. But I've had it in my hands a few times at Walmart and just couldn't talk myself into it.
Walmart has had it as low as $80. I put the price here as $80 because that seems to be about the going price. I picked up a second one for $75 because Marjorie wanted one to play with and use to
drink beer.
But this is truly, I'm not a huge fan of the Black Series, Star Wars, or the Marvel Legends role play items. I think they're really expensive, but they don't come with nice displays, and it becomes that was fun to play the electronics with for a little bit. Now what do I do with it? But the Captain America shield has been an evergreen item in our house. We even took the Hasbro metal Captain America shield for Marjorie's recent photo op with Chris Evans.
I have the plastic one hanging in my Captain America bathroom.
And I think this gauntlet, because you could just stand it up or lay it down, it doesn't need a base. and the fact that it has the light up crystals and that you can put your hand in it, and it's so much bigger than your hand. I mean, you have to understand that's not an oven mitt. Your hand only goes about to the wrist where there's little controls so you can control the fingers.
See, that was a question I had, because it does look really big, and I couldn't imagine a kid or even most adults getting their hand into those finger slots.
No, you can't. So there's
it's like a puppet inside.
It's like those grabby hands in the dollar aisle.
Yeah, and so you only go up to about the wrist, and the kid one only goes up to the wrist too. There's just nothing to control there.
But yeah, I think this makes a tremendous gift. I'm a fan of big boxes under the tree, and this really would be one. And it's right now $93 on Amazon. I'm sniffing a $65 price on this before Christmas.
Nice.
That's my guess. I feel like I'm doing the Mad Money show here, given the buy pricing. But
well, get yours out and snap your fingers, and we'll cut out half the cost.
Again, keep an eye on us on Facebook and Twitter, because we'll let you know. Another gift, we talked about these, the PVC Diamond Select Toys Gallery statues. A lot of collectors just don't have mini statues, and this line has exploded. There's over 50 statues now, definitely over 50 characters. You can find the movie or comic-based character the person in your life likes and give them a really nice-looking statue. And yes, it's PVC, but behind glass, the detail is so good and the paint is so good on most of these that you can't tell. Now, every so often there's a squirrel girl in this line, but usually these are really amazing statues for the money.
Oh, yeah. And like you said, the paint apps on these are superb. I mean, they use metallic paints that just really pop, and no picture online does any of these things justice. Even the ones Arnie takes, like they just don't capture what you see in person with your own eye.
Excuse me, Marjorie takes those.
Marjorie takes those as well.
But you can see these in person at GameStop, which is one of the nice things about this. It's sometimes hard to find statues other than ordering sight unseen, but you can just head into GameStop and they usually have 3 or 4 right there.
Superb. I mean, they use metallic paints that just really pop.
I'd also want to just draw the eye to the Mezco 112 line. I feel like this is today what Hot Toys was in 2011, where it's just about to explode, but it's still a little bit under the surface, and people know and are buying it, but it's not broken big yet. But these are like mini Hot Toys. You get them, they're half the size of Hot Toys, but about a third of the price.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm surprised to see so many of them in stock at retail price. I mean, a lot of these, they go up for pre-order and they are gone. Especially ones that have exclusive in their name, like that Commander Rogers with the clear shield. I'm really surprised that that's still sitting in stock at retail price.
Yeah, because that one's about a year old now.
Yeah.
The con exclusives go in a blink, like the Ronin, Wolverine, and things like that. The first appearance, Doctor Strange. But yeah, at Big Bad Toy Store and some other online and Mezco's own site, you can get a number of these. And $80, to me, that's a good price point for a medium to larger size gift. And that way they can kind of dig in and see if this soft goods kind of highly articulated 12 scale figure is something they like.
Yep. And they really do come in packaging that feels like a collectible. I mean, they come in a lot of times in their own individual boxes, and sometimes they're shaped, like I've seen Captain America ones that were shaped like the shield and stuff like that. But they come with accessories, they come with different hands, different effects and stuff like that. So these are, like you said, Arnie, they are miniature Hot Toy quality.
The next thing I think that makes a good gift is custom art. And, you can find a lot of artists on Instagram. I can send you to some. I think Justin and Arnie could give you some recommendations on some great artists as well. The piece you're looking at is something that Arnie had commissioned from Tom Beeland, who is a really great comic artist, and he's a great writer. He has a wonderful comic series called True Story, Swear to God, and Chicacabra.
Yeah, there's a number of artists on Twitter, on Instagram, and right now, I usually see a lot of artists doing through the mail commissions. A lot of times you have to go to a convention and see them in person for a commission. But like the rest of us, artists sometimes get in a money crunch around the holidays and are willing to take on a little extra work.
Yeah, and for the most part, convention season is kind of winding down, so they might have a little extra time now to get stuff out for the holidays.
Yeah, so if you need any recommendations, you can find me on Twitter or Facebook, and I'll be more than happy to put you in touch with some artists. It can be something personal, like Arnie got me and him done in art, but there's also, get their favorite character sketched or something like that, and you can do a lot of fun stuff.
Speaking of art, I always dig, art of books. I always like looking at the concept art and seeing where the ideas started and where they ended up before we see them on screen. And there's a few new books that are out that just came out this month, and they're mostly hardcover, which I think, for something like this, a hardcover is the way to go, especially if it's a gift. But, they have a new 10-year anniversary of Iron Man. So there's a bunch of artwork from that, what I call the first movie. And I think Marvel Studios considers Iron Man to be the first Marvel Studios movie, right?
Well, it is, yes.
Okay.
I mean, Hulk came out after it.
Okay. So yeah,
if that's what you were thinking.
I don't know where to put Hulk if I even count it, but that's, it's where it all started. So they have a new book commemorating the 10-year anniversary of that movie. And they have one for Avengers Infinity War, which is hot right now. Then they also have one for the Art of Spider-Man, the new game, which has, I think, over the years, we've seen Spider-Man in a lot of different costumes, and it's hard to make something that looks cool yet iconic. But having not played the game yet, I have a couple figures. I've seen the artwork everywhere. I really dig the outfit that they came up with for this game. So I'd be interested to flip through this book and kind of see the different iterations that they went through to get to this.
Especially since there's more than one suit of armor. There's the primary suit of armor that's there on the cover, but they developed a lot of different types of suits. I call them suits of armor because I'm thinking about the Iron Man like one that Avi Granov did, but different suits for Spider-Man in that game. And the great thing about these books is they usually retail for $50 to $80, but if you go on Amazon right now, like the Spider-Man Art of the Game one is half off. You get it for $25. The Iron Man 10-year one is only about $30. So you're able to give these things are amazing coffee table books. They started this with Iron Man 10 years ago, and I picked that one up. I have picked up every art of book they have done, including even the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s ones, that they're just an incredible book collection. I cannot endorse these enough. Spider-Man Art of the Game one is half off. You get it for $25. I'd also say as a gift, get people Gentle Giant while you can. It's so cheap. And by that, I mean, it's what it cost when I started buying it 15 years ago.
Not to beat that dead horse, but yes, there are some incredible deals on things that usually cost double or more what they're going for right now. So if you're not familiar with Gentle Giant and their quality, it is awesome stuff. Don't let the cheap price tag fool you into thinking you're getting junk. These are very nicely sculpted items, and they're very, very collectible.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you'd be able to get bookends, really heavy, like you say, polystone resin bookends or busts and things. It's an incredible gift. Somebody would open that and be very impressed.
Indeed.
But of course, then there's the people who just like to give you socks.
Yep. But some of these are really cool. I mean, there's the Captain America socks and, for like socks to wear for work, for business casual. I mean, they're hidden by your pants if you don't want to look like a lunatic.
Stance socks, Marvel. If you have to get socks and underwear for Christmas, you might as well make it Marvel.
Yep. And then you can also get the ties. There's a Spider-Man tie, and it looks like an Avengers tie from Amazon.
Yeah, they're from Cufflinks Inc., sold on Amazon. The thing I like about the Avengers one is it's really subtle. like people wouldn't necessarily even know what the symbols are, and they'd have to get really up close and be like, oh, I think one of those is a Spider-Man. Now, the Spider-Man one, I like red ties with blue. I think they're very good looking, even if they are very conservative.
Oh boy, they are. Are you pairing them with a pale yellow Oxford shirt too?
I might well be.
Wait, they're not bow ties, are they?
No, but the Spider-Man repeated pattern, I feel, is a little less subtle, but I love the red and blue combo. And those are 100% silk ties, folks. I mean, these are not crap.
Very cool.
I always prefer them when they're subtle versus I do have a tie that I used to wear when I used to teach and I had to wear ties, but I had a tie every time a new Sam Raimi Spider-Man film came out. I would wear this tie on opening day, and it was the tie was Spider-Man swinging. You know, like those fish ties, the dead fish ties. It was like that, only it was Spider-Man.
It was super classy.
These are much classier and much more subtle, and I could actually wear them to a job where I'm a little bit more judged than I was as a teacher.
Sorry. Think Geek has a set of Captain America barbecue tools. So you've got, your big forky thing and 2 spatulas with some wood burning in the handle. Kind of a nice gift for $20. And then Arnie bought me the most fabulous things. I've already gotten it, and there will be a cake this weekend. But they have a Captain America Shield cake pan set at Disney, and it's super cool because it's a cake pan to help you make a shield cake, and it's got like all the parts and instructions, and I'm making a cake this weekend.
Can you pour different color batter into each of those sections and actually make it red, white, and blue?
Yes!
Oh, that's cool.
Yes,
I want pictures of how this goes.
Oh, hell yeah. It's going to be awesome.
And the fact that I didn't even know they had it on the site until they had it like 2/3 off was great.
Hey, I'm cheap, damn it. Then over at Entertainment Earth, I guess if you want to do this kind of thing, they've got a Deadpool Chia. And
I've also seen it at Walgreens,
yeah,
so you don't have to order it online.
No, but let me tell you, I did that Spider-Man Chia pet, and it grew mold because you've got the soil stuff, and you get these seeds, and it just gets moldy, and I guess it's a problem with the Chia thing, so I'm warning you, but go for it if you think you need it.
Interesting to note here, this is the first time I've ever seen a chia head actually have like paint color on it. It's usually just kind of that terracotta.
It's terracotta, yeah. No, you're right. This is the first time I've ever seen one that's painted. They also launched a bunch of other ones with them at the same time, such as all 4 Golden Girls.
I bet he has a big hole in his head so the chia can grow out. Otherwise, it looks like a pretty decent Deadpool bust.
It's probably the terracotta where the chia goes, I bet.
I'm just thinking there are many times when Deadpool has worn a leisure suit and a curly wig from like 70s hair. You could probably just put like a Brillo pad on there and have 70s Deadpool.
Or get the clown wig and pop it on there. Yeah, that's not bad.
Entertainment Earth also has another cool thing. They've got a Spider-Man cheese board with like a serving tray. So it's kind of cool. It's like this glass tray with print on it. Comes with a nice cheese knife.
You put it on the gift list here, Marjorie, and I was meaning to ask you, do you really think this is a good gift for $55? Is this something you would use?
Don't buy it for me.
Well, you see, there you go. Why did you put this? I feel.
Wait, why are you going to ridicule me for this now?
I just feel it's overpriced.
I mean, I didn't ridicule you for anything you put on there.
That's because I put cool stuff.
No, you didn't.
Hey, you know what? If nothing else, we find out about things that aren't in our purview. Like, I would never, ever in a million years be on a site that would end up showing me a Spider-Man themed cheese board.
Yeah, why would you go to Entertainment Earth? Hey, you go there all the time.
I'm not in that section. I'm over in the toy section while Mom's in the cheese board section.
Well, fine. It's not a good gift and it's too expensive, so just ignore it.
No, I was wondering if you would use it.
And I was saying it's cool that you bring this stuff in front of me because I never would have seen it otherwise.
No, but would you use it?
No. But someone else might. But apparently Arnie will make fun of you if you pay $55 for this. So
Moving on.
Dear God, what's wrong with you? Make fun of all the gifts I bring. You make fun of this one too for $6?
I almost bought it, but I thought you'd make fun of me. Now,
I will make fun of you. Well, go ahead.
When I was buying Marjorie her cake pan, I also ran across this, which looks like the most difficult to use measuring cup set in all of history.
It's a Spider-Man like science beaker. On the other side, it's got all the measurements.
Oh, okay. I see what's happening here.
It's just so random and weird and bizarre. I'd probably use it as like a pen cup or something.
I mean, it almost looks like a beaker.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not shaped like a standard measuring cup or like a Pyrex cup. It's got a very laboratory shape to it.
And it looks like, does it do 2 cups? Yeah, it does 2 cups or up to 200 milliliters. So it's much larger than your usual measuring.
That's 500.
Yeah,
all right, it's backwards on here. So
read your backwards 5 properly, man.
It's just really weird.
Is it a good price at $6?
Would you use it?
I told you I'd use it for like a pen cup or something.
Well, then it's a great price at $6.
All right. Wait, I'm the barometer for all this now all of a sudden?
You've been telling me how to spend my money, so yeah.
Oh. Somebody's salty today.
Oh, guys, Thanksgiving hasn't even started yet. We can't start getting...
Now let's talk politics.
So how about those forest fires? Over at Shop Disney, they also had a really cool, like a cafe press type of thing, and they've got some Marvel 10-year anniversary designs, and I love them. In fact, I told Arnie that we have to just purge some of our coffee cups because we may or may not have 2 full kitchen cabinets full of coffee cups. And they've got super fun things, like they've got a rocket design, and it's rocket carrying a BFG, and it says more than a trash panda. And then like Caps is more than a shield, Iron Man's is more than a suit, and they're color themed to the character. And they've got like, it's a white cup with a, like Rockets is a white cup with a gold print and a gold rocket on it, and the inside of the cup is a corresponding gold. And they're just really pretty, and you can get it on stuff like water bottles and whatever you want, but the coffee cups I have to have.
And you can get it on t-shirts, towels, laptop skins, I mean, everything. And they have the same stuff at shopdisney.com and marvelshop.com. So either way, you're able to find this and customize all this stuff.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool idea, to be honest with you. If you have somebody who's just really hard to shop for, but you know they like a character, go over there and spend a half hour and design a custom t-shirt for them. Find their favorite character, pick their favorite color of t-shirt. You can pick fonts, type your own message on there. It's really neat, and it's not too terribly priced for a lot of the items.
Yeah, and they've got some fun designs, and they get new designs in there all the time. I highly recommend it.
And these 10th anniversary things, I went on eBay and ordered from Asia, probably bootleg, a set of posters, the 18 by 24 of all the posters they did that were more than a secret, more than a shield and all that. I just love that design they did for the 10th anniversary. So I completely endorse Marjorie spending $400 on new coffee cups.
Wait, is that how much it's going to cost?
Yes.
Oh.
Nice.
Now who's laughing?
Chris, we should wait for a sale. Or maybe only buy the good characters like Captain America and Rocket.
They never have a sale on the customized stuff. That's
Dang
the kicker.
it. I don't want to spend $400 on that. Man.
Now, I also recommend Lego sets. Those things are just so much fun. Everyone loves the minifigures, but the sets themselves, I think, have been really impressive lately. And one that I think has just knocked it out of the park was the Sanctum Sanctorum they did for Infinity War here. And it's 1,000 pieces, and it's on discount right now at Amazon for $86. I don't know that you could do too much better. You get a Doctor Strange, an Iron Spider, an Iron Man. It's just a really nice big set and fun to display. Of course, you can always buy smaller ones too, but this is just like my favorite one of the year.
Oh, I mean, you know how they have the bigger figures for Hulk? They got the Cole Obsidian minifig in that style too. That might be the selling point right there.
I just love they went through the detail of even having like the water towers that they have at the top of New York buildings on top of the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Mm-hmm. And I like that Lego's always in the same scale as one another. I mean, in years past, we've looked at like Spider-Man sets that's like half of a bridge. Like at this point, you could almost build a neighborhood if you have a lot of these. They got the Coal Obsidian minifig in that style too. That might be the selling point right there.
Now, sticking with toys, this is an interesting thing. I was excited when Marjorie got it for me, but I might be in a minority here. At Walmart, they have a gift set of about 4-inch Marvel figures.
Well, they're the checkout lane Marvel figures. Have you seen those, Justin? The ones that are like, they're not even like on a card back. They're just like in a little cardboard insert, and then they're in like a little cardboard tray that is over like by the gum in each checkout aisle.
They're like, they're standing in like half of a box and they're like rubber banded into it.
Yes, it's those guys. Well, they put them in a gift set for Christmas. And you're getting some that you didn't get before because you're getting the Black Panther, you're getting Ant-Man, you're getting Comic Falcon, Hulk, and Iron Patriot.
The only ones I've ever been able to find in stores is Captain America, Hulk, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. Now, the back of those little half box trays promise there's a Black Widow somewhere, but I cannot find it. But I really got excited by the addition of Black Panther, War Machine, Falcon, and Ant-Man with this set.
Nice. So now you can buy bootlegs directly from Hasbro.
Exactly.
Now, over at Walgreens, they actually have a whole Marvel end cap or display, depending on your Walgreens. And they had a bunch of stuff. They had all the new pops. Tonight, one of the Walgreens I hit had a bunch of Thing figures and a bunch of Magic figures in there. But they've got like the body wash stuff and the little shaving kits, the little fake shaving kits they have for little kids. But they had snow globes, which was super exciting, but I couldn't bring myself to pay $17 for these snow globes. But I do have a very tiny, because it is a very tiny available collection of snow globes that are Marvel. But I couldn't bring myself to buy these because I don't think they're worth the $17.
I think they'll go on sale, but
Yes.
I think they'd make good gifts. You know, with gifts, sometimes you don't worry about price as much because you're not buying for yourself.
But they also had some ink pen sets, and they had coffee cups and some thermal mugs. They had a lot of really good gift items on this end cap at Walgreens.
And, Walgreens is also a great place for like last minute, like stocking stuffers and stuff too, because they always have just random Marvel stuff going on. I mean, they carry Marvel Legends, they carry the mini mates, they have the pin mates, those little Fisher Pricey looking type of wooden things. And Arnie, I don't know if you've seen it, but they have a Howard the Duck in that line.
Oh yeah, I got it and the Chase variant.
Nice. So yeah, I mean, there's always stuff like that, last minute little quick stocking stuffer gifts. Walgreens is always a decent place to look for a Marvel gift. But I mean, I guess kind of the idea that I wanted to kind of close out on is a lot of these things we talked about are either exclusive to a store or they're things you can buy online. But a lot of people still like to go out and just kind of browse around at places. So a few places that you might not think about looking for Marvel related toys that are really kind of up and coming, I would say are Walgreens. GameStop has really upped their game as far as collectibles go. I don't know when the last time.
Is that a pun?
It didn't mean to be, but I'm going to run with it.
They upped their GameStop.
They upped their GameStop, full stop. But they've really brought in a lot more collectible stuff. They're redesigning a lot of their stores and making half of it a collectible section, half of it video games. They carry Marvel Legends. They carry statues like we talked about. They carry tchotchkes and all kinds of stuff. And right now they even have an exclusive Marvel Legends Spider-Man from the Spider-Verse game at GameStop. So if you have one in your area, which I'm sure most people do, it's worth popping in and seeing what they might have for just, browsing around.
And they also usually have pretty decent discounts going on some of the older stuff. GameStop is not one to sit on stock for very long.
No, and I did pick up a flyer, and if you're going in on Black Friday, they are doing some different deals. I was trying to decipher what they're doing. I know they had one where it was 30% off if you buy $100 or more in figures and collectibles, or they had just 25% off of action figures in general. So I'm not sure
Yeah,
which way.
they're doing 25% off of all statues. So if you did want to get one of those Diamond Premier Gallery ones, it's a good time to do it.
Nice. But I also just wanted to mention a few other places that if you're just out and about shopping and, might want to pop in to look for Marvel related things, places like Ross, Tuesday Morning, TJ Maxx, Burlington, and Five Below, all of them are constantly getting new stuff in this time of year. And while it might be older stuff, it's usually at a pretty darn good price. So if you pop into those places, and even if it's not for you or your collector, it's a great place to pop in, buy some Marvel stuff, and go pop it in a Toys for Tots bin somewhere.
Justin, these are the nicest of these stores I've ever seen.
Oh,
they
yeah.
are not
Glam
indicative of
shots.
what we have here.
These are the glam shots of each of these fine establishments.
Yeah, because the last time I went to our Tuesday Morning, it was a couple of years ago, but I had to question whether it was actually open or not as I was approaching the door, because it was it was just closed up for good because it was so dark inside and run down.
Yeah, I've never seen a Tuesday Morning with such a nice font. But I agree with you. I sometimes can get in trouble at these places because, be it just a thermal mug or full wall art, they sometimes have some of that. And yeah, it's not exactly the nicest wall art, but sometimes I can be taken by it anyway. Marjorie from, I think, one of those stores has in that Captain America themed bathroom piece of art that's like all of Captain America's shields.
It actually came from that awful craft store.
There's so many of them.
No.
The one that shall go unnamed.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that one.
But I feel I did a good deed to make up for it, so.
But yeah, there's quite a few things that are in those stores that I always have fun going in and looking. And yeah, GameStop especially, because they were bought by ThinkGeek. And if you go into big cities, they have ThinkGeek stores, or GameStops are ThinkGeek. The one in Manhattan is GameStop upstairs, ThinkGeek downstairs. And so you find all the ThinkGeek exclusives at GameStop. It's just a nice way to get some of these other things. But really, good luck escaping Popland. Everything is freaking Funko Pops, right?
It is.
We made it almost all the way through the show without mentioning Funko Pops, but here we are.
Yeah, this year's been the year I kind of popped out.
Yeah. For a while there, I was just trying to keep up with Deadpool releases, and even that became too daunting of a task.
If you need any, let me know. I probably have extras.
Oh, boy.
And then just to end on the last couple ideas of gifts that I think would be, pretty nice to give or to get this holiday season or any time of year, really. This year's been the year I kind of popped out. Gotta pause. The Marvel Masterworks collection. Marjorie got one for Christmas.
No, I got one for my birthday.
Birthmas
and
Chris Day,
everything the rest of my life, probably. It is, I will say, the most glorious collectible as far as packaging and attention to detail and beauty. It came in a giant box, so I opened it up. It was inside was another cardboard box with Stark Industry labels on it. Opened that up, and a giant Pelican case was in there. The Pelican case has padlocks on it that are your edition size on one side, and then your edition number on the other. And then you open it up, and it's what they carry the shields to the set in. It's got some stuff you pull up, some foam, and then there's the shield and framed pictures inside and etched glass and a beautiful stand. And dear God, it can bring you to tears. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching the pictures of that thing. That is an incredible piece, and Man, I mean, I feel like Ferris Bueller, right? If you have the means, I highly suggest picking one up. Those are probably quite a pretty penny, I'm guessing.
They are, but the shield is limited to 50 pieces, period. Marjorie has number 6.
Or number 9, depending on which way you look at the card.
And I went to put it on the shelf because it's got this glorious stand. That's the Captain America A. But it doesn't fit on the shelf. I found a place for it, so there'll be a big shield reveal soon, probably with a shield cake.
Nice.
But they also have the Groot maquette, the Iron Man Mark I helmet, the Eye of Agamotto, which actually has electronics in it, made by the guys who made the props for the film.
Oh, and they got the Black Panther ring.
Yes.
Which is really cool.
That's, I think, one of the least expensive at around $800.
Yeah. But, again, worth it because it's not just a shield. It is like this entire package. I mean, once you opened up the exterior box, although I will ding them, they packed peanuts in there.
You have peanut phobia.
No, I have peanut rage. They get everywhere.
It's like sand.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year when the air is dry, they like to stick.
I'm pulling them off me. I'm pulling them off the dogs. They're everywhere.
Is it so you want to send the shield back because they used peanuts?
No.
Oh, okay, because I would, you know.
No.
All right.
I'll get you the return address, and it might be mine.
And the very last thing, Justin, you may have to refresh. I got an email after looking at those Marvel ties just while we were doing the show. I got an email that has the world's best gift idea, Marvel suits. You can dress like Spider-Man's business casual. Or Captain America print.
They look like they're wearing pajamas.
I was going to say, my grandma used to go by Simplicity Patterns and then go pick out like a Star Wars sheet of material and then make me pajamas like this.
I think that's what they've done with 2 of them. When I looked at the Captain America one, I'm like, I think they do have that fabric at Joann's. The Spider-Man one, they got a little bit more creative with, but the other 2... Justin, if I get one of these for you, will you wear it to San Diego?
Yeah, I might. And it'd have to be one of the goofier ones because I feel like you're right. That Spider-Man one can almost be mistaken for like somebody trying to dress up. But these other ones, oh boy.
I was thinking about getting you the middle one that really looks like pajamas.
Nice. The one panel comic repeated 18 times on the front of you.
But wait, do we have to actually walk around with Justin while he's
Oh, absolutely.
I
feel bad for this guy because that guy's Spider-Man outfit looks like it's pulling a little tight in the crotch.
Yeah, that's the way they're wearing them nowadays, right?
Yeah. Leaves nothing to the imagination.
Ball crusher.
I like how the tie matches the pants so well.
There's a lot of Photoshop going on here.
Yeah, it's hurting my eyes.
The first 2 pictures are the exact same body, just with new art. And
Different
all 3
heads.
legs are the same.
I feel bad for this guy. The legs look the one that's bent back looks strangely thin.
Yeah.
And I love the different facial expressions. Like, what is that? With the Captain America one, I'm styling with the comic panel. And the, I'm late for an appointment with Spider-Man. Well, I've got Justin's gift done now.
All right. New pajamas.
I couldn't resist. All right. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us for this next edition of Marvelicious Toys. We will be back one more time this year with a holiday toy roundup.
Oh, yeah.
And in between, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter. I've got some Mezco figures here, and Marjorie has a gauntlet and some Marvel Rising figures. We're going to be doing just quickie one-off reviews of that stuff as well. We'll be posting those to YouTube, to Facebook, to Twitter, and be sure to hit for notifications because sales are going to be happening I am making it my job to just know when the sales are and pass on the ones that are actually worth passing on. So we'll be posting all of those at Marvelicious Toys in all the various social outlets.
Awesome. So everybody get out there and have a good Turkey Day and a really awesome Black Friday, and make sure you follow us, because I know I will be. Arnie, you're my go-to source for good deals.
Oh, I just text you and spend your money.
That's right.
And before we go, I do just want to say a good thought for Stan Lee, who passed away recently.
Yep.
That is a real downer, but he was such a great man with the way he inspired others. I know there's some controversy around him, but there's no denying he opened imaginations for generations.
Most definitely. And we should all be so lucky to have the world on a string and live to 95 years old.
Indeed. So
here's one for the man. Man, Stan,
Yep.
We'll miss you.
Yep. So I think it's only appropriate to end this episode with a hearty Excelsior. And we'll talk to you in a few weeks.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Marvelicious Toys. There's even more Marvelicious content at our website, marvelicioustoys.com. You can see pictures of the products we discussed, find checklists for collectibles, and read articles on Marvel movies, comics, and collecting. It's all at marvelicioustoys.com. You can also help out our show by telling your friends to listen by posting on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or in person. We would also greatly appreciate a 5-star review written on iTunes. A link to our iTunes feed is at marvelicioustoys.com. We want your feedback. You can email us at show@marvelicioustoys.com or find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Find all those links at our website. If you also like Star Wars Collecting is covered at our other podcast, Star Wars Action News, which you can find at swactionnews.com. Marvelicious Toys is produced and edited by Arnie Carvalho. Video editing by Barrett, Andrew, and Daryl. Graphic design by Justin. Photo editing by Jeff and Curtis. Announcements by Brock. If you want to hear reviews of every movie ever based on Marvel Comics, check out those reviews and hundreds more on the Now Playing Podcast at nowplayingpodcast.com. Marvel Comics and all that the Marvel Multiverse contains are the intellectual property of Marvel Entertainment Incorporated, a subsidiary of the Walt Disney Company, and no infringement is intended. Marvelicious Toys is a Venganza Media production, copyright 2018, all rights reserved, and no part of this show may be reproduced, repurposed, or redistributed without the written permission of Venganza Media Incorporated. Intellectual property of Marvel